Oh, papagena. Potemkin na poka!
This is the cinemas! Have some respect!
Ma che le buone movies! Stata! Hush! Tomato! Look at you!
You again!
No! Milano, papadan, okay. Wow! Meow! Shish! Pure bacca la macchina!
That's it, buddy! You're out of here!
No! Oh, les movies! Papi! Stopa! Macarena, shush! No, quello di cazzi! Para tu, maracana!
That's enough, fella! Move that tuchus!
Les movies! Bello backflash! Macarena, la pone
Oh, well, if it isn't Mr. Peanut again. Out you go!
Stupa, la Macarena! Puja la Punjabi!
They do not pay me enough to deal with this baloney. Get up! Get out!
Oh, c'est les Pouyork! Bayou pudding! Oh, shh! Shush! Shusha! Stupa, les potes! Snip! Chat! Stupa, la Macarena! Bow! Okay.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Talks Too Much.
Oh, la potaine.
Hello!
C'est les slippers! Regardez! Ah non! Touche à tout!
Time to go, Gabby Goose.
Right there! Everyone in the city gets a shot at being short live on my stage!
Don't you look so worried, face? I've got one for you.
Time to put your walking boots on.
Milano, papadan, okay. Wow! Meow! Shish!
Well, good evening and welcome to another Scale Model Ninja. Tonight we have the Care Bear himself with us again, Mr. Marcus Brun.
Hello.
And we will be carrying on with the Shackleton builds. Now, my one is nearly finished.
Yeah, it is.
So it's sort of like that position where it just needs decals now. So that's what I'll be doing today. Now,
Very good.
as you know, Marcus is a bit slower than me, but that can't be helped. He's had a sort of a
On building scale models, yes, that's correct.
yeah, but it's one of them things, isn't it? I mean, I've just dropped a bit of decal somewhere. No, I have.
Oh no.
I've just seen it go flying down somewhere. Ah, there they are. I've seen them. It is muggy here tonight, so everything's sticking from the hands.
Yeah, it's muggy here too. We're talking about. I got about 27 degrees in this room with high humidity. So yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah, I think we're at 71% humidity ourselves over here, so
Yeah.
and it's going to be one of them, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those when we strip off our clothes and just go like, yeah, it's just.
No,
too
I
hot.
didn't say scare the poor
No?
buggers to death.
Hey, you didn't set the parameters. I'm sorry. I'll back off.
That's one that's definitely not going to happen. I'd like to try and keep the viewers as they are without scaring the hell out of them. Thank
You
you
have
very
great
much.
viewers.
So yeah, as you know, I've done one stream already this morning, and that's with my eldest lad. And on that, we were doing the Lego builds. Now I've sort of finished my build that I was doing today, and that's the Lego Coast Guard recovery helicopter, motorbike and truck. So that one got finished today, as you can see, and there he is.
That's
All
a
done.
very nice truck. Yeah.
So that one's all sorted out, so we can move him out the way in a minute. And what else have I been doing?
Yeah, what haven't you been doing? I think that's more the question.
Well, actually, I think, well, other than working on the little Meng Toon tank, Churchill, slowly getting painted up, I've not really done anything else other than, well, yeah, and the Mortis engine, I've been doing the steps for it.
What about the Cobra?
Oh, yeah, that's actually, I hung it up out of the way because it was
Okay.
taking, it took up a bit of space, to be honest with you.
Oh, that was so funny. Oh, I saw a new kid. Okay, great. So I'm going to sleep now. I'll bet you finish it before I go to get up in the morning, and you did. Well, that's just horrible.
I'll let you talk and I'll grab it for you quickly. Oh.
No, okay. So yeah, as I said, we were in the hangout and doing some work, and he started at Cobra because he didn't want to do the Shackleton because he would finish it because then he would have nothing to do on the next show, which is this one. So yeah, he had started it when I joined the hangout, and I, just jokingly said, "You probably finish it before I get up in the morning." And yeah, well, he did. And yeah, that goes to show the skill and tenacity of Mr. Medlock. And there it is.
It's all finished and sorted out.
Cheers, mate.
You're welcome. But yeah, so that was I think 12 hours.
Yeah.
That took in the end. But yeah, it was a fun little kit to build. That one's a 30-second scale. Anyway, that one. So, yeah. Well, I suppose we ought to pop into chat and see who's about.
Yeah, let's do that.
Squeeze me.
You're excused.
Okay, so first of all, it's Lynn Dippelin saying, "Hi Ross, hugs." Now, we did have a bit of laugh when Lynn put that in first, because normally she forgets Marcus. But straight after she'd put me saying hi to me, she put hi Marcus and hugs as well.
Hey, Lynn.
And then you got Marcus saying evening all, and then hi to Lynn, and then Lynn saying obviously hi from Tweety or Sweetie, whatever it's called. And then we've got Jacqueline Crochet Artin saying good evening everyone. Good evening, Jacqueline. Welcome to the stream. And you got Marcus saying hi to Jacqueline and Kevin. And then we've got Michael Navanim. He's saying hello everyone. So good evening, Michael. Welcome to the stream, or afternoon, I think it is over there. And then we've got Lynn Dipple saying hi to Jackie, Kevin, Michael, and hugs. And then Michael sending hugs back. And then Lynn's going, no matter how many times I see this intro, I always laugh and get a smile on my face. I should find a show and watch it before work to start my day off with a smile. That's very good. That's, well, it's one of the reasons why, I mean, as you all know, I'm fairly easy-go-lucky and like having a bit of a laugh and a joke with people, and the sort of start of the stream sort of like my sort of attitude really on it, having a laugh.
Oh, you gotta love the minions.
Well, yeah. How can you not?
Exactly.
And then Lynn saying, can't wait for the new Minion movie. Well, as far as I know, it has been released. And then we've got Marcel Dean. Good evening, Marcel, and welcome to the stream. So, yep, and then we've got Michael saying hi to Marcel. And then we've got Linda saying hi, Marcel, and hugs. And Michael saying, looks great, Ross, for the Lego build, obviously, I think. And then, so thank you very much. Much appreciated. And Roran's actually enjoying doing his Harry Potter build. And then we've got Lynn saying, Marcus Brun, I heard that you beat up another lamp.
I have not touched. What? I know. No. Refuse to hear this. I have not done that.
Yeah, so people didn't really know. Marcus can sort of like have a little bit of a hissy fit every so often.
2 times. 2. Maybe.
Yeah, because the poor computer got it the 3rd time. So if he drops something and then you suddenly see his light starts quivering, that's because the poor lamp knows what's coming.
I have been very, very kind to any appliances that. Oh, hello.
Yeah, he's playing with his pussy again.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. You're giving it a fairy stroke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we've got Lynn saying, looks great, Ross. Thank you very much, Lynn. And then we've got JC Bricks and Bills in saying, evening, Ross, Marcus, and all in chat. So, good evening, James. Welcome to the stream.
Good evening. What?
There we go. I'll let you read that one out.
It's not you that I'm scared of. It's Marcus. He beats up poor defensive lambs. Really?
Oh dear.
Man. The reputation I have is
yeah, that's
fantastic.
Stuck with you now. Yeah, that's just stuck with you now. You're not getting away with that now.
Apparently not.
So when he gets his YouTube channel up and running, we're gonna have to put little caption underneath it saying the lamp beater.
No, let's not do that.
And then we've got Lynn saying hi to James and hugs. And then we've got Michael saying hello, JC. And then we've got James saying hey, Lynn, and hugs. And then hey to Michael. And then we've got Kevin Stevens in saying hi, guys. Have an enjoyable stream and hello to all in Chatland. Well, good evening, Kevin, and welcome to the stream. And I hope you enjoy it as well. And then we've got Michael saying, I told you he'd be playing with his pussy.
Yeah. Ah.
Mind you, it's better than last night when he jumped up your leg in your shorts.
Yeah, that was an experience. Definitely.
Acupuncture before bed.
Yeah.
And then we've got Marcel D saying hi to Kevin. And then we've got James saying hey up, Kevin. And then we've got Michael saying don't forget the like. Thank you very much, Michael. Much appreciated. And Marcel's going well said. And then he's also saying methinks. Fair enough. Yeah, that's true. That's a very good idea, James, I think. He goes, Ross, do you think we should get Marcus to do the Lego Spitfire lol? Yeah.
Oh, bring it.
Yep.
Oh,
So
I'll
it's
do it.
a 1/12 scale Lego Spitfire.
I have. Oh.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's not building it that's the problem. It's the space.
Yeah, exactly.
Space.
Where are you going to put it?
Yeah.
I think it's. I think with me, it'd have to be up on the beam again. Well, we're tying it up to one of them. Then we've got Kevin saying hi, Lynn, James, Michael, and Marcel. But I'd better not forget to get her indoors. Well, yeah, that's true. And then you got Kevin saying hello to Cora. And then Cora Pink's going, evening, everyone. So you got Michael saying hi to Cora. And Cora Pink saying hi to Kevin and Jackie. And hi to Michael. And then we've got Anika Brunnin saying, hey, guys. Well, good evening, Anika, and welcome to the stream.
Hey, Annika.
And we've got Lynn Dipple saying hi to Cora and hugs. And you've got Michael saying hi to Annika. And then you've got Lynn saying hi to Annika. And Kevin saying hello, Annies. Fair enough. Then we've got Lynn Dipple saying hi, Marcus Brunn. And she's giving you little love hearts. Obviously feeling sorry for you. Why? I ain't got a clue.
Oh. That's what it was.
And then we've got Cora Pink saying hi to Lynn and Anika. And then we've got Anika Run saying, oh, I get hugs here. Yep, you do indeed. Especially from Lynn. She always gives everybody hugs.
Yeah. Enjoy.
And then we've got Kevin saying hello to Anika. And then we've got Jacqueline saying hi to Cora. And then we've got Marcel saying lamp beater. Spot on, I'd say.
Marcel. I think we need to have words.
Oh, dear. Then we've got James saying, come on, guys. 16 watching and only 8 thumbs up. Ah, well.
Yeah, come on. Thumbs up.
And then he's also saying, don't worry, Marcus. The Spitfire doesn't have many parts, only 3,059 pieces.
That's not a lot. That's actually quite decent.
Yeah.
And again, it's not the build; it's the size of the thing.
Yeah.
Where do I put one of those? That's the thing.
Yeah. And then we've got Lynn saying, I'll build one of them if I could afford it.
Oh yeah, that's that too. It's not cheap.
And then we've got Jacqueline saying hi to one of Marcus's pussies. Cat.
One of my pussies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the chat caught up so far.
Yeah.
Okay, so what have you been up to all week other than
Well, other than just existing, I have been working a lot, and but I have managed to get a little bit of bench time actually this week. So I did a good start on a very tiny Messerschmitt that I got for my son for Father's Day, and it's almost ready for Prime. So yeah, I've also managed to do some work on my Shackleton. I got the the props and stuff like that ready. So today I should be able to start painting it. I know I'm somewhat behind, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm in
that's
no
the good
I'm in
about
no
it.
rush.
Yeah,
I'm
I
in
mean,
no rush.
but that's what I've always said to you. I mean, you paint your own time, mate. And I mean, I know you've had a lot warmer over there than we've had here. And you've not had the sort of like the fan like I've got going to keep the area cool. So, yeah.
No, it's fine. I have all the paints I need, and hopefully I'll get a good go at it tonight. So,
Yep. And then I think the Messerschmitt, you're doing it as a captured one, aren't you?
Yes, I will do it as a captured one, not as a standard German one. So I'm looking at paint schemes at the moment. We're talking decals on the side, and we'll see how it turns out. Yeah, definitely. It'll be fun. I'm enjoying it.
Yep. And then we've got Cora Pink saying, hang on the wall. Yep, that's probably about the only place it would have to be.
Yeah.
And then you got Michael asking, where do you put a 132nd Border Models Lancaster? Well, you could always send it to me. I could
Or
find
the
space
back
for it.
vault. Depends.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if it's anything like mine, as you can see, I've got a 148 B29 hanging up there. And that's actually bigger than the 132nd Border Models Lancaster. The wingspan of that is 98.6 centimeters. So there we go. And then James is saying, I think Marcus should do the Lego Typhoon instead, considering he said the Spit isn't that many parts, lol. Yeah, if I remember rightly, I think the Typhoon is 5,000 pieces.
I'll take any challenge you throw at me. No worries.
Yeah.
You tell me the kit, I'll get it, I'll build it. No problem.
Yep. And then you got Michael saying, no pressure, Marcus. It's a hobby, not a job. Very true.
Exactly.
And that's where, as most people know with my streams, we just plod along and we do what we do and have fun while we're doing it. That's
Well, I do appreciate the incentive there. That we do it for fun and not as a business. And certainly for me, since I do a lot of, I have pretty heavy days at work, and being able to do this when I can, it's kind of a cathartic. It's quite calming.
Yeah. And we've just had Joel Britt join us saying, hello, Ross, Marcus, and all in chat. So, good afternoon,
Hey, Joel.
I think it's afternoon where you are. I'm not sure.
So,
yep. Hello there, and welcome to the stream. And then we've got James saying, especially with the so-called instructions. Yeah, now that would be interesting to see him make head and the tail of them.
No instructions, eh?
Oh, no, it's got instructions, but it's a mock set. Okay,
got it. Yeah. Well, it's still a challenge. I'll do it. No problem.
Oh, yeah, it'd definitely be a challenge. And then we got, oh, Christ, that's just jumped all of a sudden. Oh. There we go. Then we got Marcel saying hi to Joe. And then Kevin's going, James, he could still drop parts and then the carpet monster will come out of the closet.
Yeah. The carpet monster. I've had some carpet monster evasions this week due to cats, basically. I did find the boarding door of my C-130 on the floor, which I haven't disconnected from the sprue, but it was on the ground. And if you have cats, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And then we've got Kevin saying hi to Joel, Cora saying hi to Joel, and Lynn giving Joel hugs. And then we've got, Joel saying, it's always afternoon in Bournemouth. There we go. We've got James saying, just a hint, Marcus, click a photo, then another, then another, then another, just to get to the specific part you want to build.
Got it.
Yeah. And then you've got Michael saying, gremlins like the taste of styrene. They do indeed. Okay, I suppose we should pop down to bench cams and see where we're up to.
Let's do. All right.
Okay then. I'll just swap my one over. Da-da-ba-ba. And we go. That one. And that one. That one. And
Right.
well, there you go, Nika. That's what I did. My Lego build. So there you go. You can show you that because you just said I love Lego building, so therapeutic it is indeed.
Yeah, and here's my Shackleton, very pale as I heard earlier today. Yes, he's got no suntan at the moment, even though we have tons of it. What I have managed to do is actually do the engine pods, as you can see. It now has propellers. Fantastic. It basically can move around. So a few noises there. So what I'm going to attempt today is start actually painting the entire body of the aircraft. Basically,
Yeah.
there you go. Well, that looks good there, Ross. Fantastic.
That wasn't said with any malice whatsoever, was it?
No, it's fantastic. You know? But I still love that orange on your pods. That looks fantastic.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
I weren't overly happy with using the Troll Slayer orange from Citadel. I didn't think it was sort of like the bright enough colour for what I remember on the actual Shackleton birds when I'd seen them flying.
Yeah.
So I went out and I brought a Revell Aqua colour. Now, this one is called Luminescent Orange. It's very, very watery, so it does need a good mix-up, and I've got to invest in a little paint mixer as well at some point.
How many coats did you do that in?
That's had 4 coats so far.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, yeah.
But look, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it does now. I mean, I used my bright orange from Vallejo as a base coat after I'd actually been using the Troll Slayer orange. So I've used them sort of 3 different colours. And yeah, it's come up pretty good in the end. It's sort of like the search and rescue orange colour, like a ready orange. So yeah, it's quite good that way.
So I'll be using the Citadel color. It's called Orange Fire. So we shall see how that matches up with yours, but I think it'll do a good job.
Oh, I hope so. I mean, yours will be slightly different, but hey ho. But that's the whole thing about it. It's not good to have the same sort of colours anyway. I mean,
no, of course.
It's your build then, isn't it, then, that way, if you're using those sort of things. Cool, chat's going 10 to the dozen today. Well, we do have 18 people watching at the moment, so that's quite good. Much appreciated, everyone. We've got Marcel asking a question saying, so just wondering, is it just the building the models, or is creating a diorama with several models an option you explore as well? Actually, yes, I've actually done a diorama not so long ago. And I will be posting some pictures of it in my Patreon. Yeah,
and you should keep watching, Marcel, because there's been quite a few models here and also dioramas. So just keep tuning into Ross's channel.
So yeah, it's I'll go and grab the little diorama. It's not an overly big diorama. It's just
go on, show it off. Come on.
Hang on a minute, I'll go and grab it.
So that's a good question, Marcel. You know, it's not just building models, but it's also making action scenes and stuff like that. So it's fun to watch skilled people doing that. And in this case, Ross, of course, he's done a couple. And what he's going to show you is a pretty cool one. But I think you'll like it going forward.
Well, this is my little Churchill diorama. And this one, well, I built the tank, I think, in about 7 hours and painted it all. And then I had a member that's in the 24/7 chat turn around and say to me, "Well, that didn't take you long. When are you going to start doing diorama base?" And he went, "So when are you going to start doing the diorama base?" So I thought, well, okay, if they want to be that cocky, I'll build a diorama base. So I sat there sort of like half an hour in the hangout, and then started putting this together. And originally it was supposed to just be a track road, and then it's sort of like evolved where it's now got like little dudes sitting there pointing and everything. We've got a little guy there. We've even got a puddy cat sitting on the barrel there, and we've got a couple of little doggies. And a lot of it, as I said, is scratch built. I mean, the barrels are parts of the kit. The trees, what you get from mainly the roadways. The signposts are scratch built. And there's actually real stone, that part, and all these bits here, they're all real stone. And it's basically using railway diorama based materials and then making the track up with aggregate from railway diorama stuff. So yeah, it was a fun little build. I mean, with the Tamiya kit, these figures here and this one and the little cart and everything and the ones for the tank crew, they all came with it. So it was pretty good just to build a narrative to yourself. And I mean, I've got like where they've come from Normandy to going to Paris with a Churchill tank. Now, as far as I know, Churchill
I thought it was, yeah,
never went to Paris, but mine is.
Yeah. Well, it's a what if situation then, right?
Yeah.
And I think it was pretty clever diorama made, so I like it.
It's just something different. I mean, I just have fun building out my mind, and I never knew what this was going to look like when I first started building it.
Yeah.
I mean, I had never weathered a tank before, and with it being a dry road, it's gone all dusty and everything, the tank is and everything. And it's just something I've put together, really. I mean, I think these trees were actually, I've taken them off from another diorama that I was actually been building. And that one's been about 2 years in the making. The other diorama. And that's building a German airfield with a hard stand and part of the runway. And that one, I think, is 2.5 foot by 2.5 foot. Because it has 3 aircraft on it. So, I said, it's all fun and games. I mean, I've enjoyed doing it. But that's the sort of like the first time I've actually ever weathered a tank onto a diorama. So, it was fun.
No, it's good. Yeah, you keep talking. I'm catching up here, Ross. I just need like 2 more Shackletons to go.
Well, I can always pull another Shackleton out and start building that for you, Tom.
Oh, shut up. I was having a moment. You didn't have to take it.
He almost felt good for himself.
A little bit.
You got Lynn Dipple saying, JC James, forget those. How about the Titanic and 9,090 pieces?
Yes, Lynn, I would love to build the Titanic. It's
I would
all about
as well.
price. It's all about price. That's all it is.
Very much so.
I do have for the Titanic, I would have space, definitely. So that would not be an issue. But again, it's all about how much you're gonna have to pay for it, and depending on how long they're gonna keep it in their stock, Lego. I'm gonna have to look around. But yeah, definitely, I had no issue building that one.
Yeah, we'll let Marcus buy us all one.
You ass. I mean, really?
What size brush are you using there?
Me?
Yeah.
This is a 10 Italieri.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I hope that's okay. For me, it feels good.
Well, as long as you're happy with using it, that's the main thing, mate. As long as I mean, I can't remember what size I use. Well, it's actually rubbed off, I think. It was 16.
Yeah.
Bit
I do
wider.
have a bigger one, but I didn't want to go
You
full
didn't want to
bore.
put. You didn't want to put James to shame, did you?
No.
Him and his little one.
Oh my
Uh, and then we
James,
got.
I'm sorry. I didn't. It's not my fault.
Yes, it is. Then we got Anika
James, it's my
saying.
fault.
Then we got Anika saying, "Got a big fat truck to build when I have the time for it." Ooh, what sort of truck?
Yes, give us the description of it.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it Lego? Is it non-Lego? How big is it? How many pieces? Give it to us. Just give it.
Oh dear. And then we've got
Sorry.
James saying, "Lynn, the Titanic would be nothing but to the Typhoon build, lol." Yeah, because the Typhoon build's even a bit more than that,
Right
if I remember
now,
rightly.
now I'm quite intrigued about the Typhoon build. All right, so what
Yeah.
are we talking about here? What's wrong? What's wrong with it?
I'm not sure, but I think James will let us know, I'm sure.
All right, cool.
You got Joel saying hello to Lynn, Cora, Kevin, and Marcel. And then we've got Lynn saying, "Very much so, Anika Run. I love Lego. I got the USC Millennium Falcon." Now, that's another kit I'd like to get hold of.
Yeah,
That is.
expensive as hell as well.
You got Lynn going, asking for the piece count for the Typhoon. And then Michael Nolan saying, "Hey Marcus, you have done a lot of work on your plane." He has indeed.
Thanks, Michael. I appreciate that.
Yep. Then Cora Pink saying, "Did not nick my orange paint in the end then." Nope. Got my own. And you got Lynn saying, "Looks good, Marcus. This isn't a race, or is it?" Nope, it's definitely not. Marcus builds at his pace. I build at mine. And as I said, Marcus is learning how to deal with older kits.
Yeah.
So he's not sort of like so used to actually building and dealing with older kits like I am. So a
Yeah,
lot of mine's
plus-
just experience.
Yeah, true. And Ross is correct. I don't have a lot of experience in these older kits, and I do find it enjoyable. And Ross loves to take the piss out of me doing this, so it's a win-win, I guess.
Yeah, so it's entertainment. Then we got Michael saying, "Always building the model, Marcel." Yep. And then we got Cora Pink saying, "Got a big World War II one on top of the fridge to finish, Ross." Yes, that's the one I'm on about. The airfield diorama, the winter airfield diorama. I've got that to finish off. I need to get some more trees for it though. Marcel saying, "Yay, me being a history nut, I love it when it can be tangibly visualized in a diorama. Love the one you made. Appreciate you showing it and telling about it." Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if I can get the one off the top of the fridge. It is quite big and heavy. I'll have a go in a minute while Marcus is painting his plane.
Oh yeah.
It-
Don't put me on. Yeah, go ahead.
It's giving him a
Go
chance
get
to
it.
catch up a little bit.
Oh, come on, go get it.
Oh.
It's a.
I've got a clear space on the bench though. That's the problem because it is
Oh,
huge.
no. Yeah, I know.
It's going to take up the bench. I think you've seen it, haven't you, Mark?
I have. I do. I have
Oh.
seen it. It's gorgeous, actually. Ross has done a fabulous job with this diorama. So it's very fun to watch. If you have the time and you feel like you can spend some time watching Ross and other people doing these things, the dioramas, it's very poignant as well as it is impressive. I haven't done a diorama at all ever. Maybe in the future when I've kind of caught up in skill level and confidence, I might give myself over to try to make a diorama. But yeah, if we can see Ross's diorama that he's going to go get now. At the same time, he gets some exercise, trying to get stuff off the fridge, which is fantastic. I think that's a good idea as well. But yeah, that's some good stuff. Because I do love dioramas as well. It really shows, like it's like a snapshot in history and time, and it just shows you that there are different things that you can do in models. Yeah, so what I'm doing now is straight building a model, and I'm putting it on the shelf. And with a diorama, you can actually bring it to life, and which is fantastic. I think that's great. So we'll see what Medlocks come up with in a second or a minute or 10, depending how much time he needs.
I mean, it's dusty as hell, like, but it hasn't got the actual aircraft on it at the moment. It's just the actual base of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's as you can see, that's it takes up quite a bit of space.
It's a big one.
Yeah. Now, if I lift the camera up a little bit, I think you can sort of see how big this thing is. And there's a couple of trees that have fallen off it, but I've got to clean it all up and I've got to replace all the snow and everything on it. But there is actually 2 aircraft that go onto the hard stands. There's 3 trees that have fallen down that I've got to replace on it. But yeah, and it needs a good dusting because, as I said, it's been sort of like stuck up on top of the fridge for the last 2 years. And little barrels like that, little figures and everything. There's a Flak 88 over here. Sorry, Flak Filling. Sorry, that's all right. But I've got to slowly hoover some of this snow off and somehow figure a way of cleaning it a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the whole of the base itself. All this area here is all scratch built, really. So yeah, it's got quite a bit. I mean, so that's got like real gravel stone and everything underneath the snow there, which showed up a lot better when it wasn't so dusty. But yeah, it is quite big when you think about it. I think it took me about 4 months to get it to where it is now on that one.
It looks good though. It's a pretty impressive piece.
When
it all comes together.
Yeah. I mean, it has 6 different kits on it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think that's important to mention for people who are not used to look at dioramas. You have to build everything, right? So
yeah, I mean, it's just one of the things. I mean, again, it's another one that I've sort of like built out in my head and just put it together. We've got Joel saying that's awesome. Ross, that's obviously the Churchill diorama. And then you've got Lynn saying I like that dia, Ross. And then we've got Marcel saying looks good, Ross. I like it. Thank you. And then Michael saying nice Churchill. And we've got James saying I'll send Marcus the link to the instructions when in hang out after the stream.
appreciate that.
And we got Anika saying cool in, a bit jealous now. Yeah, especially with the Millennium Falcon. You got Anika saying mostly I get to build my son's Ninjago sets. Not wrong with that. My laddie wants the the blue jet one, whatever it's called. I can't remember. I think it's Jason's fighter jet or whatever it is. I ain't got a clue. It's the blue one.
It's the blue one.
Then you got Lynn saying, I want to get the Ninjago City Gardens and City Docks and some temples. Ooh. And then we've got Marcel saying, oh, it's a race. Nah, never. Not on here.
Yeah, I've been lapped 3 times, I think. by the time.
And then Lynn's going, correct, Marcel. That's why we are getting Ross to grab things so Marcus can catch up.
Thank you, Lynn. I'm glad you figured it out.
And then you got Marcel going, Lynn, I kind of guessed. Good show there.
Oh, come on, Marcel. Jesus, give me a break.
And then you got Anika saying clever. And then Michael saying magicians call it a distraction.
I tried to be subtle, but yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah. And then you got Joel saying that's nice to the airfield diorama. And then Lynn's going, that's huge. It is. It's 2.5 foot by 2.5 foot square. So yeah. Marcel's going, winter dio is real promising and huge. Be right back, guys. Quickly walking the dog. Fair enough. We just had to let ours out. And then Michael's saying, now that's a build. It certainly is when it's finished. I mean, the aircraft that are going onto it are 2 Focke-Wulf 190s and a Messerschmitt 109. And as I said, it's got the Flak-Wheeling. It's also got the Keterang. It's also got the gun tractor. They're already on it. And then there's a few other pieces that I've actually scratch built. We've got Michael saying looks great, Ross. Thank you very much. And then you've got Lynn Dipple saying looks good, Ross. Looks cold. Wish it was cold here. Oh dear.
Yeah, that's a good one, Lynn. I wish it was cold here too.
Yeah.
I do like sub-zero temperatures more than I do like 30 plus degrees. You know, it's I'm a polar bear. I'm not anything else.
Not sure if one of the Focke-Wulfs is actually hanging up in the ceiling above me at the moment. That's going on it. And I think there is another one somewhere. Oh no, I changed that one because I was doing another one for it, and I changed it into a captured Focke-Wulf 190.
Nice.
I can't remember if you actually seen that one, had you, Marcus?
No, I haven't. No.
Because basically the reason why I sort of gave him the idea of his ME 109 that he's building was to change it into something different and just having a bit of fun with them.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
No. How do I put it?
What else can we get Ross to get so I can keep up?
Just to try and slow me down a bit more, yeah.
Oh, I'm too late. I know I am. I should have thought about this like a month ago.
Yeah, you should have pre-planned it a bit better, I think.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Where the hell have I put it?
Maybe you have a shed you have to go out and check.
No, I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to spot, really, because it's got yellow wingtips. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Found it. Oh, golden white. Ah. Yeah, there it is. So it's a Focke-Wulf 190, and it's got the British markings on it. And if I remember rightly, the actual front part pulls off, and then you can see the engine. That's why I was going to use it on the airfield diorama, but I'd actually lost the decals for it.
It's a good looking aircraft.
So I thought, well, as I can't find the decals for it, I will do something a bit different with it. So I painted it in a captured British Air Force, like Royal Air Force markings from Second World War. And as you can see, it's got the yellow wingtips underneath, which is what they did on all captured aircraft, believe it or not, for the British, and then just put British markings on it.
Yeah,
And
that's good.
it is the actual scheme of an actual captured aircraft that they had. Can't remember where it was actually based, but a lot of the British aircraft, they had the squadron markings like that removed, and then they just have a P on it. But yeah, there we go. I suppose I better start putting some decals on.
Yeah, go for it. Finish it. Come on, finish it.
Oh dear. So, let's see. Linda saying it's 101 Fahrenheit, 38 degrees C here. Hoot.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
That's
And then we got
hot.
Anika saying, I'm currently building a fairy house from my friend's flower bed out of warbler. Really fun material to work with. Fair enough. Then Lynn saying that frock wolf looks good. Thank you very much. Sure. Let's get the nose decals on first, I think. Come here. So how you doing there? You winning?
Of course I am. I think I do.
Oh dear.
Well, I think winning is the wrong word here. Moving towards the end. That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. So, sheet. There we go. Let's see. So the British flag goes on the nose as well. So you got Michael saying, but it's a dry heat, Lynn. And then she's also saying, Lynn saying, Marcus Brun, I like that blue paint. Yeah, it's
Thank you.
Field Blue, if I remember rightly.
That's correct. It's the Vallejo Field Blue 17964. If anyone feels like picking it up. Well, I don't know.
It's
nice.
one of the, for Vallejo, it's probably one of the closest colours to use for the Royal Air Force colours.
Yeah. I'm trying to be quick, mainly because the paint is drying really weirdly and gets muggy. And it dries, but it dries sticky. And I don't like that, mainly because of the humidity and the heat we're suffering.
Yeah, what you can do to try and help that, Marcus, is keeping your paintbrush wet.
Yeah.
So basically, after sort of like every sort of 3 or 4 minutes, wash your brush out and keep the actual head sort of damp, and it will stop it from clogging up.
Okay, I will do that.
It'll give you a smoother paint finish.
Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome. Now, with doing these, we're going to end up using a lot of the Microsol for this, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, because with these older kits, you do get a lot of raised panels and rivets. She's very rivety. She's riveting, as they say. And the only way we're going to get over that is by using the Microsol, which is the red one. That one there.
Yeah.
So that softens the decal enough to actually mould over the lines and everything. So, a couple of little cotton buds. Yes, and I've actually started on a 148 Lancaster today. And then at the time, I thought it'd be a great idea to actually do brake lines on it. So there's actually, believe it or not, a very, very thin piece of wire coming off the end of that support strut for the Lancaster. Why? Ain't got a Scooby. Yeah, just thought like it'd be fun.
Well, for that size aircraft and the details that you can actually put into it, I think brake lines are pretty cool to put in. Gives it an extra oomph,
Yeah.
especially to the undercarriage.
Okay, so it's going to go just there, I think. Yes, this is definitely going to need some microsole on it. Okay. Now, where's my little stand I'll use? There it is. I'll raise the camera up a little bit so you can actually see what I'm doing with it. Oh, sit on there. Oops, we have to. Nope, you have to alter that one, I think. That's why I had it altered last time. Is that your lad I can hear in the background?
Of course it is.
Playing his computer game.
Well, he's having fun with his friends. What can I say? It's
Hey,
I don't mind that.
As long as he's happy, that's the main thing.
Yeah. He likes the PlayStation. That's all I can say.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
As long as he's all in moderation, that's the main thing.
What's that?
Games consoles and that lot, like with my lad, he gets a
What's that
limited
word?
time.
You said a strange word. Moderation. What's that? No, you're right, of course. But then again, I'm. Oh, it's difficult because I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
I've been a gamer for many years. So when your son picks up the trade, so to speak, you go like, "Oh yeah, good."
Why not? Yeah, crack on, lad.
Yeah. What school? You don't.
Yeah. You don't need that rubbish.
No, he's doing well. Starting a new school in August, and he's having fun. It's summer holiday in 1.5 weeks. I don't mind him doing it. You know, all the tests are done and stuff like that. So it's
Yeah. I mean, our lads, they'll be off soon enough
yeah,
for
exactly.
their school
Right.
holidays. So.
Oh, it's blue. Sorry.
Ah.
I think the decal's going to be a lot more difficult than the painting this thing. That's how I feel.
I don't know so much. I mean, I reckon you'll do all right with them.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to have to do a couple of coats of this.
Yeah, I mean, I did one of the smallest sort of like decals first, just to make sure that the microsole set won't actually destroy them.
Yeah.
Like somebody else made that mistake. I wonder who
Oh
that was.
God! Can we not bring that up? That pissed me off. If I've ever been angry
Well-
about being a modeler, that made me very furious, to be quite honest.
What was the one thing you forgot to do though?
Well, you said with older kit, depending on how the decals are raised, I shouldn't have used Microsol and Microset. I should have used warm water instead, especially when it's aftermarket.
Yes, you should always read the instructions.
It doesn't say on the instructions. I checked. It just said, here's your decals. Have fun. And I had fun for about 5 seconds. And the decals disintegrated. And these decals cost me a bloody fortune to get. And now I'm having trouble getting them a new set coming in.
Oh dear.
They're with the carrier. They're stuck somewhere. I can't find, they can't find where, but they are still with the carrier for some reason. And hopefully I will get them, and the Red Devil will fly again.
Yeah, well, I'd be stating to the supplier saying that I think I've been waiting long enough now. Send me a new set.
Yeah, that's my next.
I think that's where you're gonna have to go to next on it, mate, because you've been waiting 2 months now.
2 months, yeah, for the next set. And the first set took about a month and a half. So, what can I say?
Yeah,
it's a new experience ordering aftermarket parts. I have to say, for me, it is, especially for this. But it'll get there. I'm confident that I will fix it. And when I get it, it'll be a spectacular
success
aircraft. Yeah. And that's what I'm looking forward to.
A10s are always nice aircraft to do.
They are. But the way we spoke about it, because I did a lot of work on the striping. I mean, for me, it was a lot of work because I didn't use any stickers for that, so I painted it all, and it was good practice, I have to say. It was a good idea as well to do it that way, and I was really chuffed about it. I was really excited to see the finished result, especially with the Red Devil decals, because they're bloody awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? You put all that time and effort into it, and then something shit like that happens. And these things do happen in the hobby.
Yeah, it does. So you just have to kind of
grin and bear it, I'm afraid.
Grin and bear it, and just go, okay, what's my next step to kind of fix it? And oh god, how do I do this? Oh god, it's so wet. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the stickers. I say decals. And when I have them, it's going to be a doddle.
Right.
It better be a doddle. So I'm not going to use any kind of chemicals, just water to get
just warm water.
Old school.
What you can do is if you get one of those wax melt things, the electric ones, and you fill that with water, and it keeps it warm all the time. Then
Kevin here in the channel, he directed me to a site to where I could get those. So that's great. So thank you, Kevin, for that. I have one now, but I haven't been able to use it, so it's
And we've got Lynn Dipple saying, yes, Michael, but still too hot for me. I had radiation in the summer for my brain tumors. Living in Houston, Texas, 2 heat exhaustions and heat strokes. So hot weather bothers me a lot. Oh, dear. Michael saying, I hope you're doing better. Yeah. And you got Lynn saying, I'm doing great, Michael. Just don't like the humid or dry heat. So I guess I'd better move to Alaska.
You know, Lynn, I feel the same way. Alaska seems like a good place to live. You have a couple of days of really hot weather, but then you fight bears and stuff like that. It sounds like fun.
And you've got Michael saying, Lynn, I saw a device that can help with the heat. It involves a set of gloves and a machine that circulates cold water in and out of the gloves. Very effective.
Yeah.
And then we've got Michael saying, the warmest day I ever experienced in Alaska was 87 degrees in the summer.
That's perfect. Doesn't have to be warmer than that.
Yeah.
When I lived in the northern Sweden, we didn't have 30 degrees. If you had 20, 22 degrees Celsius on a bright summer day, you were happy.
Yeah.
That was summer. It's a bit different nowadays. So.
So one thing I liked when I lived in Gibraltar is completely different. Yeah, it was humid, but it was like a different heat out there.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, exactly how it feels.
And it was really nice, to be honest with you. Except when it comes sort of like the rainy season, and then it's like 110-mile-an-hour winds.
Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah. But it had the good points where on Christmas Day, I'd be sat on the beach having a barbecue.
Yeah, of course.
And then it's like, and then within sort of like 20 minutes after having your barbecue, you're off out windsurfing. So yeah, that's working nicely.
Well, you can't really complain then,
Oh no, I mean, as I said, I enjoyed living out there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's working nicely. That is. Ooh. Yep, that's going on nicely. Definitely happy with that.
See, Ross, I'm catching up.
That's right.
Well, getting closer to the first one.
Right, so it's nose number on and the Union Jack.
Oh dear.
Have to move the camera up a little bit so you can actually see it. There we go.
Yep.
And the nose number and Union Jack on. Let's see. We are doing XF704. So these will be the next ones to do.
God, it swallows a lot of paint.
Yeah, it does take a fair bit though. I'll give you that. I mean, and you're only on the first coat.
Exactly. Luckily, I bought 5 of these bottles. Let's see how long that takes.
I think I've used 3.5 on 4. Well, three Shackleton so far, yeah.
Yeah.
So it does take a fair bit when you're doing them.
Which is fine. I have enough paint for 1 Shackleton. One, right, Ross? 1?
Oh, you got more than enough there for 1. But you might need some more.
I know.
Well, me and my infinite wisdom before Marcus could complain, I decided now he's actually done one of the older models, it's about time he did one of the newer versions.
Yeah, apparently so.
So I've been out and procured the Airfix variant for him.
Yeah.
Now, the Airfix variant is a lot more evolved in it.
Forgiving?
You've got all the interior in the new Airfix, well, the Airfix one. And if I remember rightly, Airfix have now released a further new one.
Oh dear.
So it looks like I might have to give that one a try as well.
Okay, that you can do that, right? I don't have to do that.
Well, if I'm doing it, you're doing it.
Oh dear.
You didn't think I was going to let you get away with it, did you?
Apparently, I tried. Oh god. Not that I like the aircraft. I mean, to be quite honest, the double prop, is just fantastic. Yeah, I just didn't realize I had to build more than one.
Well, it's different, more than one variant, you know.
Yeah, I know.
And we wouldn't want you getting bored.
No, I thank you for that.
Yeah.
I appreciate you looking out for me. Definitely
Of course.
making sure that I do the right thing here and build what I should, and
Okay. Now, this should be interesting. We've got to place this in the right position. We'll do is we'll get a bit of
Nice, we have a rave going on outside. Dutch people and their music. Not to say Dutch music is bad, I'm just saying there's a lot of it when sun's out. So, have you had any auction wins lately?
I have. I've won a couple of kits. I've got the Trumpeter Razorback 1/32 scale.
Oh, nice.
And I might have been and done a bit of shopping as well.
Oh, yes. You have, haven't you?
Yep.
Do pray tell. Pray tell.
I'll just get these decals on.
Yes. Don't want to make you lose your focus and have to start again.
Well, no, it's that these ones are actually got decal solution on them.
Sorry. Just having a laugh.
That just sort of backfired a little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit. Stop being so snide.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's I mean, I must admit, I mean, the kits that I have procured, as I say, are nice kits.
Yeah.
And I also got given a free kit as well.
Oh yeah, that was the Vulcan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because somebody had
pretty cool.
started it, and it basically is too far gone before he could actually sell it on. So yeah, he decided it'd be I could have it because I'm going to use it for a scratch build, so it's going to get demolished anyway.
Oh, yeah. All right. Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Scratch
it's
build.
yes, it's going to be used on a scratch build to build something Warhammerish, so to speak. Okay, now so now we need the Microsol. Where's the Microsol brush? There it is. Now all this the Microsol does, it actually just softens the decal down enough to sort of conform to the ridges of the rivets of the actual model. But you just got to be careful you don't leave it on too long. Otherwise it has a habit of melting them.
Yeah. You are correct, sir.
As Marcus found out to his expense.
Yeah, but it wasn't even melting, it was disintegrating. It was like I put it in, used this solution, it just went like it wasn't like slowly, it was like haha in your face. So I panicked a bit at the time.
Yeah.
Separating.
Good. See you down now. He's definitely having fun there, isn't he?
Well, you know, he does. He's
Well,
playing. Okay, he's
main
playing
thing is-
GTA. With,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Main thing is you know where he is and he's safe, and that's
exactly right. So soon he'll be 13, 15, 25,
Yeah.
30, and yeah, I'm happy with him being around. You know, he likes to be here, so that's good.
that's the main thing.
Yeah. So you're going to build the Lancaster next on this?
Yeah, I
week?
mean it's just something to play along with, you know what I mean?
Something to play along with, it says. Fair enough. How the hell do you hear him, by the way?
Oh, your lad.
Yeah. I must have a very good mic.
Yeah, I mean it's coming through fairly
Yeah.
clearly. I mean you can hear him squeaking every so often.
Yes, there's a lot of squeakage.
That's that one. That's the two under wing decals on.
For you. It's like you've done that before, right?
Yeah, well they're probably the hardest ones to put on this kit, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've actually got I've got to actually cut parts of them off in a minute anyway.
Yeah.
Because where the wing lights, the underside wing lights on them.
Ah, okay. Good.
So yeah, they've got to cut out, but I'll probably wait till they're near enough dry, and then we should be able to trim around them enough to clean them off. Okay. Should we get these done now? I think. Turn the other way around. There we go. So, let's see. So, what's everybody else building at the moment? Anything good? And, oh, by the way, yes, we still have my birthday giveaway to do.
Ooh, yes. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, a bit late, but still.
Yeah. Now, the question I asked, because I think I did it on a Tuesday evening anyway, was the kit that I'm giving away is a Tamiya. Oh, just move you out the way a minute. I'll get to see it a bit better. It's this one. It's the Tamiya F4F Grumman Wildcat. Now, the question I asked is where you have to do a little bit of research, and the hint is actually on this box anyway. Is the squadron I'm doing is VF-22 squadron. Now, this aircraft served on a certain aircraft carrier, and the main thing is you have to find out and then leave that down as a comment on not last week but the week before's Saturday stream of what the name of that aircraft carrier is, and you can enter it if you live abroad or you live in the UK. It doesn't matter where you are, and I will post this out to you if you're the winner, and it'll be picked out by a random number generator. So I'll be assigning everybody a number that enters and who's got it correct, and yeah, this is what you can win.
And that is a pretty sweet prize.
Yeah, it's a nice little kit.
Yeah.
All together sealed up, I think. Remember that? Yep, it's all sealed in its bag. Alright, so yeah, so the question was, which aircraft did this actual aircraft serve on? Aircraft carrier, I should say. And that is VF-22 during the Second World War. So you should be able to find the information out. Fairly easy. Whatever you do, don't rely on Wikipedia, because it's incorrect. There's a couple of people who decided to do that and gave the wrong name because they relied on Wikipedia.
Well, you know, you got to start somewhere.
Well, yeah.
No, it's a cool kit, and I think it'll be a nice build.
Yeah, I'm hoping it will be. I mean, I enjoy doing what I do on them, so... Oh, excuse me. Let's see what goes on. Weird. Yeah. Actually, no, upside down. Nope. Nope. So this one, well, actually, just go in the middle line. And this is one of the biggest problems when you're doing ridge kits like this. Sometimes if the decal sort of slightly dries out, it doesn't want to stay in position.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see. Catch up a bit more on chat. Wake up, Mr. Mousy. Marcel D saying he's back. Welcome back, Marcel. Then we've got Michael Naven saying, do you cut up big decals or try to fit it as a one piece? It all depends on what it is for me. Then it's like the big long straight ones there. I'll put them all on in one piece. Now, one of the previous Shackletons I did has yellow space walk line markings on it. Now, those ones I did trim up. I actually cut them so they could actually make it easier for myself to fit them on, because they can fold back on themselves, which, as you'll know, we don't want that sort of thing happening. It can ruin your day, especially when you're doing decals.
Sorry.
Oh no, I know it can absolutely screw your day big time.
Yeah.
When doing them. But lucky enough, I do have spare walk lines markings anyway. But as I said, it's not the point. I mean, I try to show it in a way that everybody then can sort of like understand how I do things. So yeah, it's like with, oh god, if you got these decals here and you got the yellow walkway markings. Now, say if it was going round the corner wise, I would cut at a 45-degree angle through the decal, so it would be like a triangular end at the end, so it's easier to fit them back together. That's what I find anyway, and you get less sort of like warpage to what you try to do, because it's easier to sort of like lay them on top of each other, just the tips of them. So yeah, that's what I do with the longer decals, and especially the thin line ones. Cut them up into more manageable size, as I say. So now on the other side. Bing. Okay. So now these are going on top as well. How are you getting there, lad?
You talking to me?
Well, generally, yeah, because you're the only one around that I'll be able to hear.
Yeah,
me.
sorry. I'm just trying to paint here. Yeah, I'm getting there. Definitely. Hurrying up as much as I can so the paint doesn't stick too badly. And it's actually going pretty well. I
good.
think it's going to look awesome after the second coat, I think. At the moment, it looks a bit tacky and sticky and but the color is good. I like it. It's a really nice blue, to be quite honest.
Yeah. Well, we've got Dorkasaurus joining us.
Hey, Dorka, how you doing?
He's saying, I'm here. You can start now. Hi, everyone. Well, thank you very much for that, Dorkasaurus. It's much appreciated. We'll start now for you. We'll sort of rewind everything. So that means Marcus has got to clean all his paint off and start again.
Oh, thank you very much for that, Dorka. Oh, dear.
We've got Michael Nevin saying, well, it's an escort carrier, one of the Jeep carrier by the looks of the deck. Oh, well, as I said, if you bring up the box on some sort of photo and look at the art on it, then you'll find the actual aircraft carrier number on it as well, I think, on the box front. But it does actually say it on the box, and when looking at it or trying to research it, make sure you put in the correct aircraft, because this is the Wildcat, not the Corsair. There's a little hint for you. And just as another little hint, the Americans celebrate this every year. Because they're ungrateful colonialists.
In just a couple of weeks, is that what you mean?
No, it's, the ungrateful colonialist part is what they celebrate.
I see. See what you did there.
And then we've got Michael saying hi to Dorkosaurus, and then you've got Dorkosaurus saying hi to Michael. Marcel saying hi to Dorkosaurus, and Dorkosaurus saying hi to Marcel. So then we've got a question from Marcel saying, so maybe you guys know I saw a fab diorama once made of the Vietnam War. I do, however, not find these models and boxes in abundance. Any place you guys would know to find them, perhaps? Well, it all depends on what you want. Do you want aircraft? Do you want helicopters? Do you want armor? Do you want figures?
Yeah.
It all depends.
And generally the dioramas doesn't come in boxes. It's all about what you can imagine up or use pictures to kind of inspire you to make a diorama, right? Yeah,
it does help if you have like a basic idea of what you want to do.
Yeah,
I must admit.
So there are no there are kits, I guess, with diorama style stuff, but not the ones that you see that like Ross do or any other guy or person on here.
Then we've got Lynn saying hi to Dorkosaurus and hugs, and then Dorkosaurus saying hi Lynn and hugs back. And then Dorkosaurus saying, oh no, don't do that. Fair enough. And then Michael Nolan saying, Ross, you're making this too easy, Ross. What's that?
Might be a reason for that.
Oh dear. Get off. Nope. That one. Yeah, I mean, Tamiya, they do quite an extensive collection of Vietnamese, like American military stuff from the Vietnam War. One of the most famous kits that they do is the M113, the command car, and the normal troop carrier. They're all generally readily available. I mean, well, for me, they have been in the past. I think I've got some like 3 different variants of the M113, which is actually still in use today. In a number of armed forces. Yep, let's put it. Just need to put it back a little bit. Come here. Yeah, I mean, to build diorama, it's just let your imagination run wild. And that's the main thing. And yeah, as I said, Michael, if you want to put your answer in the stream from oh god, what's the date of it again? Let's see. Do that.
Oh dear me, that was the first coat. This needs to dry a bit before I can do anything else with it.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's sticky. Oh. But it doesn't look so pale anymore now, does it?
That one in the B. That one. Okay, if you want to go to the stream from 10 days ago, it's the Warhammer Tuesday and chat, and it's from 10 days ago. If you want to leave your answer on there, and that'll be classed as you entering into the competition, Michael. So, yeah. And that will be drawn next Saturday. So we're going to give it a bit longer. I think some people had difficulties finding it. Okay. Okay. Tail markings on.
Yeah.
Yep. I've just got to go over with the Microsoft Soul, and then it should seal them on nicely.
So you're going to finish it today, or?
Probably not. Well, I might do later on if I sort of carry it on.
Yeah, I'll just wake up and I'll see this post going, hey, look what I did.
I don't do things like that.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah, it's a good job. I mean, there is like stuff like Microsoft out there, because I mean, with kits like this, you definitely need it.
Yeah.
You got Joel Ritt saying, "Good night, guys. I'm knackered. Need some Zeds. Thanks, Ross, Marcus. Good stream." Well, thank you very much.
Hey.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, no, mate.
And
See
we've
you.
got Marcel saying good night to Joel, and Marcel saying, "Marcus, oh no, there's a second layer to do." Yeah.
Marcel, you can always come here and help me out, you know.
Nah, just let him crack on, mate.
Yeah.
He's got to learn at some point.
Well, it needs to dry now. That's all.
You see, Marcus is old enough and ugly enough now to have his big boy pants on, so he's got to do them himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do like it when you use that Microsol and it just sort of like melts the decal onto the actual model.
Well, I still have to see that.
And it sort of like makes it look as though it's been part of the painting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a funny feeling I'm probably going to use a lot of cotton buds on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Generally do when they're like this, because I mean, I don't know what it's like over there, but in the UK, where cotton buds used to have the plastic handles,
Yeah, they're gone.
cores, they've all gone now.
Yeah, same here.
So it's we've all got these cardboard things, and for some reason or other, they don't last that long anymore.
It's strange.
Yeah. Weird, I know, but they just don't seem to hold together like they used to.
Well, improvise, we adapt, we overcome, right?
So, you got Lynn saying night to Joel, and then Michael saying later Joel, and then we've got Marcel saying deal Marcus.
Oh, awesome.
And then he's saying, so I get to see your big boy pants. Haha. He says,
Now,
sorry.
let's see how I should answer this one.
Just make sure you hide your nappies first.
Yes, Ross.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay. Numbers on next, I think.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's anything when you're doing using microsol microset, you do tend to, like with the bigger aircraft like this, you go through a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, doing the 3 shacks, I've probably used a bottle.
Jesus Christ.
You don't use much of the sole on the normal sort of like flat-bodied Shackletons or recessed panel lines, because your microset generally takes care of that quite happily.
Yeah.
It's just generally the other stuff. When you got like airframes like this where it's all standing up, that's when you do definitely need it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Big time. The fun part is getting these roundels in place properly. Because when you're sort of like rolling the air out from underneath them, you could end up sort of warping them and then taking them out of line.
Yeah.
So Michael Novan saying art stores may carry wooden cotton buds. Yes, the wife did give me some the other day that I've thrown in one of my drawers somewhere. But I'm just waiting to finish off the ones that I've got there in that tub. Ooh, what about that? M&M's. That's one of them. Ah. Can't beat munchies at the bench. Well, I have got some, but I'll put them somewhere.
You did, didn't you?
I'll put them somewhere safe. That's what it is.
Of course, of course.
They'll be in one of the drawers, either in the spares drawer over that side somewhere. But yeah, I'll be getting more of them because these are Johnson's ones. They had the plastic cores some, but yeah. Let's see. Now she's going to sleep again. Then we've got Marcel saying, haha, good advice, Ross. Thank you very much. Makes a change. Anybody thinks any advice I give is good. And we've got Lynn Dipple laughing. And then Marcel's laughing. And then we've got Marcel saying, so do you have a preference to what you want to build? As in airplanes, tanks, ships, or is it fair game to game, so to say? I don't have a preference in building tanks, ships, or aircraft. I basically build anything I feel like.
Yeah. Same here. I'm eclectic. I'll build anything.
Oh, you're getting you are definitely getting very good at collecting.
I was about to say, I have a very wide collection of kits, right? So
yeah,
a lot of it apparently. So it's going to be interesting going forward, definitely.
Well, that's all part of the fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I can see a ship or two happening. I can see some spacefaring vehicles as well, and some Warhammer, I'm sure.
Yes, you've got only a little bit of coming.
Yeah.
See, I like to be nice to Marcus and sort of inform him when there's certain kits becoming available on a certain auction site. And I do it in a very subtle way, I think.
Oh, pray tell. How subtle are you, really?
I just basically tell him the kit that there's a kit up in the auction that he may like, and then just sort of send him a link to it.
Yep, and that's all it takes.
Yeah, because he generally says he's not looked at it, and then I send him pictures.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you wouldn't do that, I wouldn't look at the auction. I would forget it. So yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Just doing my bit to society.
It's very nice of you. Well, for me, I'm going to let this dry overnight. It's going to take some time to get bone dry, so I can put on another good layer. But it looks really good, I have to say. I like the blue.
Well, I managed to get some decals on.
Yeah.
Sydney kept me all busy up and down.
Yeah, good. It worked.
Well, partially.
Yeah, I know. I did my best.
Fair. Nope. You've got to get some numbers on, and then where do you go in? Are you there? That's central.
Ah, damn it.
What are you doing now?
Nothing. It's all good.
It sounds like it.
That's fine.
He says as he starts crying that he's dropped it all over the floor.
You can see it, right?
That's you in place. And we've got one more here.
How much nose weight did you use for these?
I am not sure. Have you not put any in yet?
Okay.
I think that's a no then.
Well, it's a bit weird. That's all.
What? Needing what nose weight after I told you to put it in ages ago, you mean?
No, it shouldn't need any nose weight. That's the thing.
It will, because it's a tricycle undercarriage.
Mm.
And whenever you get a tricycle undercarriage, you'll always need nose weight. I think you'll probably need somewhere between 40 to 50 grams.
Yeah, so it feels like it. Yeah.
The tail on these are reasonably heavy, you see, so yeah, it does take a bit. I put some in just behind the cockpit area in the loading bay,
Yeah.
or the bomb bay, but underneath, well, behind, sort of above this panel here, your bomb bay panel. There's actually a chunk of washers in there, and there's also some washers in the front section here, if I remember rightly. So it's just basically doing that and then making sure it balances out, that's all.
Yeah.
Which is the hardest part. Okay, let's get some saw on these, and then we can get this. Pushed out. Do you know they're actually doing a remake of Willow?
That's not going to work.
Well,
Not without
I
Val
think
Kilmer.
yeah. They've actually sort of moved it on a bit.
Yeah.
Where the daughter's, Alora Dan's actually grown up.
Yeah. Well, it kind of makes sense, right?
And they've actually brought the guy that plays Willow Offcut back in as well.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. Can't remember what his name is now, but
Warwick.
I did. That's it, Warwick James in it, something like that, it's called.
Warwick Davis, I think
That's
it is.
But yeah, he was good.
He was good. But, you know, without Matt Morgan, you know, which is Val Kilmer,
Yeah.
it's going to be difficult. But they can probably pull it off.
Well, I don't know if he's actually in it or not. He may well be.
He could be, but he's with his condition, with his throat cancer and stuff like that. You know, it's. I can understand if he doesn't do it. You know.
Yeah. I don't. It definitely won't be the same though. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Because he sort of like made that, didn't he? Really, the stupid things that he did. Well, that's the actual squadron markings all on. I'll leave that out of the way a bit. Basically, it's got the roundels and the sort of safety markings to go on next.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's looking good, I think. It's the one thing about putting decals on a kit. It just sort of makes it, doesn't it? If you think about it, it's sort of like it starts bringing it to life, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It looks good.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's give a quick look in chat again. Well, shall we change up to face cams because it's? I think we'll call it a night there. So I don't think you'll be getting much more.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done for today.
Yeah. So move that out of the way a minute. Yeah, we'll go put the face cam. And then we'll have a 5-minute natter, I think. Whatever. Video. We go there. And there we go. So yeah. Okay. We'll go quickly scroll back up onto chat and see where oh Christ, there's been a few in there. Then we've got Michael Davis after Marcel's question about what kits I like building. As I said, I build basically anything other than civilian. I don't do civilian stuff. That's anything. I do occasionally make allowances. I mean, I have built the London bus, which is a Rebel kit, and it's one of those iconic kits that we still build one way or another. So yes, Marcus, you will have one to build at some point.
What? No, really?
Yeah, you'll have fun with the decals for the seats then. Unless, of course, you want to hand paint the tartan markings on them.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's a good idea.
And then we've got Michael saying, but they are expensive. Yeah, I mean, it all depends on what scale you're building and where you're getting those kits from. I mean, yeah, you can get like the 32nd scale Helldiver, like I've just recently purchased this one. Now, that kit, I'll turn it upside right way up, it usually helps. This one is £100. This one kit, that's 32nd scale, but you get a hell of a lot in it, so it's worthwhile the money.
Yeah.
But then you can get something like this, which is a bog standard Tamiya. Shake the box and throw everything in the box, shake it, comes out with a kit built. We just basically class them as shake and bake kits, but a lot of people do like them. Now these ones, anywhere between £15 to £20. That's a 48 scale. But I have noticed lately that a lot of kits are going up in price, and they are exponentially going up in price, sadly. And to me, it's going to knock a lot of people, especially new entry people that's coming into the modelling, out of it, because they just cannot afford the kits. They can only get kits or find them in places like what I do, which is the auction.
Yeah.
And
which is a good place
vary.
to look for kits.
Yeah. I mean, with the auctions, you've got to set yourself a price and stick to it and not go above it. I mean, on numerous occasions, I've had calls from other modelers saying, like, okay, they've seen this kit in an auction. What would you value it at? For some reason, people generally go off the values I give. And yeah, they've been, majority of the time, they're fairly successful at winning. Occasionally, if you get somebody like Marcus who really wants a certain kit, then he'll go loopy. They all do.
Well, not quite loopy, but yeah.
Yeah, the value of a kit is whatever you're willing to pay for it.
That's correct.
Now, with me, I'm fairly astute about what I want to pay. And I don't agree with people being ripped off, especially some kits that I've seen in the past, and they do go for stupid prices. It's like before Airfix brought out the new Valiant. At one point during lockdown, the Airfix old Valiant was exchanging hands for up to £170. Yeah,
that's a lot.
And I think at the time I had two of them.
Yeah,
and I think I paid 45 quid each for them. I would refuse to pay any more than that, because that's basically what they're worth as a second-hand kit. When they first came out, they were less than 40 quid. Now I still have one of them. I sold one, but I didn't sell it for the stupid amount. I think I sold mine for like 60 quid. So I made a little bit of profit and I was happy. But with my one, I've kept all the photo etch for it, and I've got the Bombay conversion kit. At some point I will buy the newer Vulcan, Valiant, sorry, and the newer Vulcan, and I will build them. So yeah, I mean, the value of a kit is whatever you're willing to pay for it.
Yeah, I think yeah, you're absolutely right there. You know, if you really want something, you're gonna go for it, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to push your boundaries. But if you're just looking for something generic, there are places that are a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And we've got Michael Nevins raised a point. He's saying all three is good for me, and sci-fi. Yeah, I mean, I build a lot of sci-fi stuff. To be honest with you, I build a lot of Warhammer, but I never really got into Warhammer until probably 2.5 years ago. And it was a friend of mine. He sent me some Space Marine figures to paint and some Tau. So I painted them best I could at the time, and I've still got a couple of them up at the top over here on the wooden shelf. There's just a couple there because actually a lot of them are down being displayed in the shop to help my local Warhammer shop sell more of his Warhammer. With Warhammer, the pricing is generally based on the points value of the said kit. So you can have, I don't know, like a Star Drake in Age of Sigma that's got quite high points rating. And then you can have like an enemy Mortis engine that will have the same points value, say, as the Star Drake, because of the actual value of that kit. But then you can get things like where is the Celestial Hurricane, where you're paying £95 for a Star Drake and you're paying 60 odd quid for, or 70 quid for the Mortis engine. You're only paying sort of like between £30-35 for the Celestial Hurricane, but there's a lot more kit to it. So
I was about to say, yeah.
It's one of those things. That's how awkward sci-fi stuff can be. I mean, with me, I keep all the spare parts because I'll be actually turning a body of a 32nd scale Lancaster into a Warhammer build, which will be at some point showing up. You got Lynn saying, I lost my mojo for model building. At the moment, I build Lego, space, and architecture. Yep, and they look good as well.
Yeah.
See, that's another alternative. Building Lego. I mean, Marcus builds it, I build it, and my son builds it. Great fun. And it's just a way of sparking your little mojo back into it, saying that you're sat at your bench and you're doing something.
Yeah.
That's how I find it anyway.
No, I agree. That is a good mojo maker.
Yeah. Another good question from Marcel. So when building, when to paint stuff and when to glue it on then? Now, there is a number of different answers that can be in this school of thought. Marcus, completely different to me. He builds his kit, then paints it.
Yeah.
Me, I build mine in subsections.
Yeah.
Like I've done here. So that's in a subsection. And there's 2 parts there from a Warhammer kit. And I paint it. Because it's easier. It can depend.
Yeah, so for me, it's easier as a beginner to do by the numbers. And as I grow in my skill, I will do more sub-assemblies and then assemble at the end. So I'm getting there. You know, it just takes a bit of practice. That's all.
Yeah. As I said,
and the thing is, you have to read through the manual and see the build, so you know which parts are a sub-assembly. That doesn't have to be on the main frame, so to speak, before you put it together, right? So it takes a little bit of skill to you got to learn that. It's
basically just using a bit of common sense when you're looking through your build.
Yeah.
You look through the instructions and say, okay, well, I can build that, and build that, a separate part. You can base coat it, then glue it on, touch it up where the glues may have smudged the paint a little bit. That's what a lot of people do. And it's like, well, it's one of the things I do.
Hmm.
I will, as I said, sub-assemble lots of different parts, and then all of a sudden it will come together and then be a finished model. Yes, you do have to sort of like touch up here and there, but it's like Celestial Hurricane that built. I built that all in sub-assemblies and then painted each part separately, then glued it together. But it is purely a personal way of how you want to do it.
Yeah.
There's no fixed system saying that you must build your model, then paint it. Nobody says you've got to do that. You can do it your way. Entirely
Whatever makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah. With me, on this one, I've done all the interior. So, where the cockpit is and that, including Mr. Blobbies that fly it.
Ah, the blobbies.
Yeah. Well, the pilots were literally nondescript,
Yeah,
which I think. So I decided to paint them as Mr. and Mrs. Blobby. So, yeah, different. I then built the engines separately, painted them. Wings and everything like that were built separately, then painted, then stuck on, then just touched up where I needed to. And that's basically how I build majority of my kits. They're like that. So, yeah. Then we got, let's see. Linda was saying, it depends. I paint on the sprue if it's a tiny piece. Yep, I think a lot of people do on that one. I also glue things together if it's going to be the same colour. Yep, very good one. But Lynn's saying she mainly paints on the sprue. And we've got Marcel saying, okay, I usually find myself not being able to reach that one part when I already glued it on. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't put the two inner engines on, which have the undercarriage, so it makes it easier to actually paint the engine pods separately before you put them on. And then he's gone, Mad Modigan, you promised. Lynn saying, dang, her internet has crashed. Yep, and she's also saying, wow, the planes are the same colour now. Yep.
They are.
Majority, I mean, the roof of my one's a different colour, other than that. So, as that roof line colour, that's anybody's preference, really.
Yeah.
Then we've got Lynn saying, hi, handsome. Well, she's obviously not talking to Marcus.
Oh, thank you very much for that.
And then Michael saying, Lynn, Legos are models without glue or paint. Very true.
Yeah.
And Lynn agrees with that. And then Lynn saying, time to start cooking the turkey tenderloins. I'm still here on my phone. Oh dear. Well, I think we might as well wrap it up now. I mean, we've been going over 2 hours.
Yep, that's correct.
So, yeah. The one thing I will mention, anybody that's wishing to sort of like help support my channel, you can do so by buy me a coffee, or I have now started my Patreon, so you can join that. So I thought I'd get that in the end.
Good. It's been a long time coming, and it's good to see that you finally have a Patreon channel.
And it goes along top of the screen where you can actually find that, and then it's in the description below. You'll find the Patreon link. Same as PayPal or buy me a coffee. All three links are down there. So I will say bye bye for now. Take care and happy modelling.
Bye bye.
Bye bye for Marcus. So Oh, and I will be streaming tomorrow as well. You'll probably find out where tomorrow. Bye bye for now. Take care. Have fun.
Cheers.
And stay safe.